We're going to start this session just centering, sitting wherever you are, closing the eyes, inhaling and exhaling, letting the whole of your body be present. And feel your breath running through your spine. And put an intention for your practice today. Bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Good. So a couple of things that I observed whilst you were seated is that some of you tend to tilt the head back a little bit. And this is quite common. So when you're sitting in meditation or on centering, you might be sitting like that because you think, oh, that way my back is straight. You might be sitting like this. Always try to bring your head to be in just a line, a little bit tucked in, and almost imagine like if you have a smile underneath your chin. So you can smile with your mouth and smile with your chin. And that way your neck will be in the right position. Shoulders should be back and back straight. Close your eyes just for another moment and feel the breath. Feel your shoulders back and check that your chin is parallel to the floor. Yes, that's better. Look at those beautiful yogis. Great, fabulous. And open your eyes, roll over your shins and come into all fours for cat-cow. Middle finger pointing forwards, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, let your chest drop towards the floor. And exhale, push your hands onto the floor, chin to chest, arch your back. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, arch your back. Inhale, open. Exhale, arch. And bring it back to center, make circles with your hips in one direction and in the other direction. Bring your right leg back and stretch your calf muscles, bringing your toes onto the floor and your heels push away from you. Bring the knee to the side and make big circles with your right knee in one direction and in the other direction. Extend back and rotate your ankle. Mine is very creaky. And release. Shake your hips and bring the other leg back. Push your heel away. Breathe. And then lift the leg and make circles with your left leg in one direction and the other direction. And heel away and release. Walk your hands forwards, tuck your toes under and keep your knees bent and shake your hips a little bit. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Just giving a bit of bounce to your hips and bring your belly towards your thighs and then release your heels towards the floor. Shake your head, nod your head. And breathe. Inhale, look towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Hands on your elbows. Release your head. And sway your upper body side to side. Release your elbows And roll up into standing. Good. You can turn around to look towards the camera. Inhale, bring your arms up, grab hold of your right wrist and stretch towards your left, stretching the side body. Breathe deeply. And change sides. Good. And release. Inhale. Bring yourselves onto the balls of your feet. Bring your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, bring it up and release your heels. So we are just warming up the thighs and the feet. Inhale, come onto your toes, arms up, bend your knees, bring it up, release the hands, release the heels. Inhale, arms up, exhale, lower, lift, release. Good. And now come to the front of your mat. This is when I'm gonna start sharing my screen. I want you to stand at the front of the mat. Sarah, could you put the mat parallel to the sofa at the back? Yes, that way. Wonderful. So I can see your profiles. Shibon, the same for you. If you can follow the spoken word and have the mat parallel to the phone instead of perpendicular, I want to see what you are doing instead of you looking at me all the time. But you're going to have the video anyway to guide you. Good, fabulous, well done. Close your eyes, guys, and start breathing, feeling the feet firmly on the floor. Good. We're going to start with Sun Salutation A. Can you see the video big? Give me your thumbs up. Yeah, good. Okay. So here I'm saying we're going to do the Sun Salutation A, and this is a very good way of warming up, blah, 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 blah. So stand at the front of your mats and bring your hands by the sides of the body in Tadasana, mountain pose. Good. And spread your toes. So Jane, the hands don't rest onto the thighs, the hands are by the side, that's it. Even facing forwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fall forwards with your back straight, diving. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, hands onto the floor, bring your right leg back and your left leg back into plank. That's it. Knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Come into Cobra. Downward facing dog. Very good, Melanie. That correction that you did, flattening your feet on the floor is perfect. Inhale. Look towards your hands, bend your knees, step or jump towards your hands. Flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale. Hands to your heart center. Come all the way up and hands to your heart center. Okay. Now, watch for a moment what I've seen. You see, that's what I suspected. Because I'm not looking at you, there are things that are going to become advice, things that I will see in the class, and you're getting used to it again, not paying attention. Remember that when we are jumping forwards, you want to keep your hips off the floor. So you're not jumping forwards and coming down like that. You're jumping forwards and upwards. Let me close the window so that you can see me better. Good. So when you're jumping forwards, the hands are on the floor, you look up and you jump upwards. hips up. Most of you are jumping, doing, and that will hurt your knees. Okay, so let's try it second time. If you do have questions, you can put the microphone. Caroline, are you okay? You know what you need to do, right? Good. Okay, here we go. Stand up. Visualize the sun salutation in your mind. Inhale and exhale. And here we go again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Good. Knees, chest and chin. Lower into chaturanga. Alison, you might be a little bit too close to the wall. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lovely. Lisa, bend your knees a little bit and flatten your back. Yes, that's it. Keep your hands where they are. Kathy, also bring your feet a little bit further towards you. That's it. And lower your heels and send your head towards your thighs. Head is between your arms, so your back is straight. Lovely. Now inhale. Let's see the jump. Look towards your hands, bend your knees, step or jump towards your hands. Yes, better. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right. Now, come to look again. Down dog. So I'm seeing this in down dog. I'm seeing people arching the back like this. In down dog, you need to have your back really straight. If this is not available because your lower back is stiff or your shoulders are stiff, then bend your knees. This is your down dog. That's absolutely perfect. Kathy and Sarah, you had your down dog too wide. You were like that. So yeah, that could, you might end up on your belly. So make sure downward facing dog is like an inverted V. It's like a little tent. And we'll do this now. Come onto the floor and come into all fours. Walk your hands one step forwards. From your hands should be in all fours, your hands should be underneath your shoulders. Now walk your hands one step forwards, middle finger pointing forwards. Tuck your toes under, bring your belly in and bring yourselves up into downward facing dog. This is your anatomical position for down dog. If your back cannot be straight in here, then lift your heels and bend your knees. And keep your belly in, keep your chest going towards your thighs. Down dog is a tough posture, there is no doubt about it. Come into a quick child's pose, have a breath. Start digesting the learning. So at least today, I'm not the only one on the spotlight. We all are. Good. That's a better view, Shibon. Do you put the phone on the side? Lovely. Okay. Come into your down dog. And look towards your hands. Bend your knees. Step or jump towards your hands. Very nice, Tanya. Inhale. And Jane as well. And Anne. Flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release hands to your heart center. We're going to do it again using what we just learned. So preparing Tadasana, hands by the side, shoulders back and down. We are at the front of the mat. Breathe deeply. Be here now. And inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or lower into chaturanga. Slide forwards, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look towards your hands, bend your knees, step or jump. That's very good, Asta and Charlie and Melody, fantastic. Alison as well, hands up and hands to your heart center. Can we do one more? Just try to memorize it. See what you think, what you can remember. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Don't be dependent on the video. Inhale, hands onto your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Elbows in, shibon. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths here. 5 breaths. Good. Sonia, bend your knees a little bit and push your chest towards your thighs. Great. Yes. And Sarah, release your head between your arms. Melody, release your heels down. Yes, good. And Kathy, bend your knees a little bit and push your chest towards your thighs. Yes, lovely. Alison, bend your knees a little bit, chest towards your thighs. Yeah, beautiful. And look towards your hands, bend your knees, step or jump. Flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart center, release. Good, excellent. Shake your arms, shake your legs. Jenny, when you do your up dog, check that the front of the top of the feet are on the floor and not the toes. I'm not sure what you were doing, but it looked like if your feet were a little bit too high. I don't have that much detail but on the camera. But yes, just observe that. Okay, are we ready for Sun Salutation B? Yes, good, excellent. So in Sun Salutation B, just to do a little bit of a recap, is the one where we do Warrior One and we start with chair pose, yeah? So have your feet either hip distance or together. Choose which feels the best for you. That's it. And stand in Tadasana. Breathe. You can close your eyes. Just feeling your feet on the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, bring your arms back and up into Utkatasana. Check that your head is between your arms. So flex from your hips a little bit more, Kati. Yes, that's it. Like if you were going to sit on a chair and your arms are by the sides of your head. This is a fierce pose. Good. Let's see everybody. Nice, Asta. Melody and Charlie, Utkatasana, chair pose. That's it. Good. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, hands onto your shins and flatten your back. Let me see for a moment those flat backs. One line between the crown of the head and your tailbone. Yes. And release, hands by the side of your feet. Step or jump back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or lower into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Lovely. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and bring your right foot between your hands. Caroline, to the outside of your hands. You can do it from all fours. Good. Ground your back leg And come up into your warrior one. Remember that in warrior one, the front foot and the back foot are not in one line. That's it. Sarah, bend the front knee. Yes. And bring the back foot, the left foot, bring it to the outer edge of the mat. So if you can do it safely, look towards the screen. Otherwise, come out of warrior one. If your screen is uncomfortable, then come out of warrior one. In warrior one, we are in a forward position. So, Caroline, what you're doing is warrior two. So warrior one, we are like this, forwards. Warrior two, we are sideways. So in Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, we do warrior one. The front foot is, the front leg bends over the ankle and the back leg is to the side. If you can see, if I bring my legs together, my legs are on the same position. Let's try this. Everybody should stand with your feet parallel to each other. And bring one leg back. And bring your arms up. This is it. This is your warrior one. If you wanted to, when you get more flexible, you can have a wider stance. Let's change the other side. You can have your hands onto your hips and just feel your way around it. Check that your knee is over your ankle. Shoulders are back. And warrior one is actually a back bend. So if you can, I'd rather you have a shorter stance and open your chest than a big stance and you being off your warrior one. Open your chest. You can have your hands onto your hips and open up, or bring your arms up and arch back. See what's right for you. See how it feels. Good. And great. So come back to down dog. We're going to do it from the beginning. Sarah, I think your hip was still a little bit sideways. So the hip should be forwards, not sideways. Yes? Your feet are, both feet are pointing forwards, hips are forwards. The reason this is important is because you don't want to injure your hips by being in the wrong position. Tanya, bring your hands, bend your knees a little bit. Bend your knees. Now push your chest towards your thighs. Yes, that's it. This is your down dog. Don't let ego get in the way. Caroline, you do it from all fours, or you can go straight from standing into warrior one. Inhale, right leg up. And bring your right foot between your hands. That's it, good. Now look at the back foot. As it is right now, it should be train tracking. Yes, release the back heel onto the floor and come up into warrior one. If you need to do a smaller stance, have a smaller stance. Very good, lovely. And your back toes, bring them forwards just a little bit. No, the other way, heel out. Yes, perfect. Now, as you did it before, toes towards the front. Good. So the foot is at an angle. The hips are facing forwards. Chest facing forwards. Melody, bend your right knee and have your hips facing towards the right knee. That's it. If your arms get tired from being up here, you can have them onto your hips. Breathe, open your chest. Can you give me that opening, that extension on the front? And maybe bring your arms up. If your arms cannot be by the sides of the head, you can have them on a V position. Yes, that's it. Good. And exhale, bring your hands by the sides of the foot, bring the leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin. Lower into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Jen, bend your knees a little bit and push your chest towards your thighs and your hips towards the ceiling. Now, left leg up. And bring your left foot between your hands. Bearing in mind all that we were talking about. Tanya, let the back foot be more towards the outer edge of the mat. That's it. Hips pointing forwards, the back heel is on the floor. Come up into your warrior one. So check how it's like in here. Have your hands onto your hips to start with. The front knee is bending over the ankle. Shoulders are back and down. The back leg is offset. You are train tracking. Breathe. Now, see if you can bring your arms up. Relax the shoulders, open the chest. Lovely. Breathe deeply. If you can join your hands and arch back. And exhale, lift the back heel, bring the hands by the sides of the foot, leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Very good. Breathe. And look towards your hands. Bend your knees. Step or jump towards your hands. Flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release. Good. So the video is trying to catch up. And we're going to do it again. So come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Tailbone down, arms by the sides of your head. And exhale, fold forwards. Good. Inhale, hands onto your shins and flatten your back. Fold forwards, Alison. And hands by the sides of your feet. Step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Down dog. Lovely. Inhale, right leg up. Now, when you have your right leg up, ask that lower your left heel towards the floor. And now look towards your hands. Now you can lift your left heel, look towards your hands, open your chest and bring the knee towards the chest, bringing the foot onto the floor. Beautiful, Jenny, very good. And release the back heel, come up into your warrior one. Check that your hips are square towards the front, arms up. Inhale, exhale, hands by the side of the foot, leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. And bring the left foot between your hands, giving room for the leg to come forwards. Good. Release the back heel, 45 degrees. And come up into warrior one. That was very strong, Lisa. Very good. Open your chest. If you want to bring your arms up, you can bring your arms up. Otherwise, you can have your hands onto your hips. And exhale. Fold forwards, hands by the sides of the feet. Bring the leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Have a little breath. That's it, Alison. 5 breaths in down dog. We must have done 5 by now. Inhale, look towards your hands, bend your knees, step or jump forwards. Flat back. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, arms back and up. Utkatasana. Caroline, did you forget Utkatasana? Very good. You see, there is no escape now. One more. Inhale, fall forwards. Flat back, step or jump into plank. Now, can you do chaturanga? Can you lower down into chaturanga? Go back into plank. I want to say chaturanga. Back into plank at asta. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra.
What is the difference between up dog and cobra?
Very good question. Let me show you. Good. So you're doing very well. Come into sitting. And yes, the cobra and up dog was one of the things I wanted to call the attention about. So after we do the chaturanga, which is an arm strength exercise, you can either come into a back extension with cobra or with up dog. When you do the yoga, the vinyasa flows, it's easier to go from plank into up dog than to go all the way towards the floor and come into cobra, because it flows better. The only thing that is perhaps not so good is the fact that you have to do you have to have a strong upper body. So if you have a strong upper body, then you can come over your wrists, chaturanga, and then you don't rest anything on the floor. Maybe I do it on the carpet so that you can see, because my leggings get camouflaged with my mat. So this is plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. So it flows better. But if you don't have the strength, you can come onto your knees, chest and chin, release your belly on the floor, shoulders back and down. That's your cobra and down dog. So those are the options. The third option is to release the thighs, belly and chest. So easiest option, you release thigh, belly and chest like this. Come over your wrist, release the upper legs, belly and chest, then cobra and down dog. A little bit more demanding option, bring your knees onto the floor, chest and chin come towards the ground, and then slide into cobra and down dog. More advanced option, coming into plank, bend the elbows, slide it into up dog, down dog. Could you see the differences?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Everybody else?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. So it's a really good question. I like questions. You need to work with what's available to you and feel your body, feel how you can get the best results. So let's try it. Come into down dog. And take a moment to be fully in down dog. Bend your knees if you need to, so that your back can be nice and long. Lovely. Now, come into plank. Be fully in plank. Melody, lift your head a little bit. So your head has to be aligned with your back. Now, choose your chaturanga, either knees on the floor and lower your thighs, belly. Let's do the 3. Knees on the floor. Lift your head, Jenny, a little bit. Lower your thighs, belly, and upper chest. Caroline, you're perfect. Now, cobra. So baby cobra, just belly on the floor, shoulders back and down, elbows by the sides, and release down, come back into down dog. Check that your feet are 6 inches apart and not wider. Your knees can be bent, your heels can be off the floor. Your back being straight is the most important part of down dog. Now come into plank again. Check that your head is aligned with your back. Bring your knees onto the floor. Keep your hips up, your belly is engaged. Bend your elbows and your chest and your chin come towards the floor without releasing your belly. Now slide forwards, cobra. Belly is on the floor, elbows are bent on cobra. Shoulders back and down. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Caroline, if you need to release your wrists, do a bit of rotation. That's it, lovely. If you need to rest, please rest. One more time, coming into plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga, keeping your knees off the floor if you can. Slide forwards, cobra or up dog. Up dog, only your feet are on the floor. That's it, Anne. But the tops of the feet, not the toes. That's it. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, very good. That was excellent. Kati, I think you cheated a little bit there. You didn't use the arms so much. Inhale, right leg up. Don't worry about it, it's tough. And bring your right foot between your hands. Lower the back heel, come up into warrior 1 in one go if you can. Good, exhale, release the hands by the side of the foot, leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Check it, check what you want to do. Cobra or up dog? That's it, down dog, very good. Inhale, left leg up. And bring your left foot between your hands. Come up into warrior 1. Very nice, Lisa, very good. Good, Kati. Beautiful, Jenny, Sonia, and Sarah. Bend the front knee a little bit more. Alison, arms by the sides of the head if you can. Exhale, hands by the sides of the feet, the front foot, leg back into plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. And come into a child's pose. Beautiful. And breathe deeply. Just feel your chest between your thighs. Toes together, knees apart. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathe deeply. Lovely. Shibon, if you prefer to lie onto the floor instead of child's pose, you can do that, or use the bolster to rest over. It's a nice bolster. Good. And just digest all that you have learned, and how your body responds to the Sun Salutations. And we're going to come into lying onto the floor. So lie onto your backs. And check with your body to see what your body's asking you for. Maybe you want to do a happy baby, maybe a twist, maybe you want to do a shoulder stand, a back bend, shoulder bridge. You have about a minute to do whatever you need to do. Feel your body. Learn to work with what's there, with what your body's asking you for. And whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're winding your body down to do your Shavasana. If you have any restrictions on your lower back, you can have your feet on the floor, your knees bent, maybe your knees rest towards each other. Otherwise, just let your whole body release towards the ground. Caroline, you should be lying on your side with a cushion underneath your belly. And breathe. And feel that fabulous surge of energy through your body. This is what Sun Salutations provide us with. Full body workout. And it doesn't matter how many times we repeat them, as long as we do our Sun Salutations mindfully. And you might feel that the whole body's pulsing, vibrating, just feeling that wave of energy going through the whole body. Feeling the pulsation on your palms and on your feet. The whole of your legs. Your hips. If there are any areas in your body that feel tense, send your breath. Sonia, you might want to rest your hands onto your belly. Perhaps that will soften the pressure on your palms, on your wrists. And breathe. Sun Salutations are designed to let the energies on the body unblock and move. During the Sun Salutations, you will raise the temperature of your body, burning away all that no longer serves you. Burning away things that you haven't digested. And our digestion is not just things that we eat. Everything that comes through our senses, we are ingesting. If we look at a horrible picture, an accident, we are ingesting that. We need to get it out of our systems. If we are looking at a beautiful flower, we are also ingesting that. And that can stay and soothe us. If you are smelling something burning, you are ingesting that experience. When you smell delicious home cooking, you are also ingesting that. And getting your sense of taste going. When you listen to soothing music, you're soothing your mind. And you ingest certain noises as well, sometimes from the roads. So all that we experience, the words that we hear, the words that we say, everything is an experience that we ingest. And some of them serves us and some of them don't. And our thoughts as well influence our experience of the world. So a sequence of Sun Salutations can help you shift the belief, maybe the belief that you're not sure if you can do the warrior one correctly, or if you can do chaturangas correctly, or cobras or up dog. The correct way of doing a Sun Salutation is to listen to your body and see what your body is able to do at the time. Next moment, just close your eyes and picture yourself doing Sun Salutation and feeling the warmth of the sun bathing your body, bathing your hands as you bring your hands up, and bathing your back of your head and your back as you fall forwards and jump back into plank. And the sun is shining onto your chest as you emerge into cobra or up dog. And the sun is helping you to be fully in down dog. And you jump towards the sun as you go forwards in your mat. You bring your arms up, gathering the energy of the sun and bringing it to your heart in Namaste. And if you are lying down, wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Roll your head side to side. And have a stretch, any type of stretch that you might need. Bring your knees towards your chest, hug your knees. And when you're ready, bring yourselves up into a cross-legged seated position, or any seated position that you might find that is comfortable for you. We're going to close with a pranayama, Vastrika pranayama. No Vastrika, Brahmari pranayama, which is the humming bee. We're going to close the ears with the thumbs, and the fingertips will come onto the face. It's 3 ohms with your mouth closed, like this. So Brahmari breath. We put the thumbs into the ears, fingers just indicating each of our sense organs. Elbows are open to the side, and 3 Brahmari breath, doing Om with your mouth closed. Do it as long as you can. Inhale to begin. When you finish, rest your hands over your thighs. We're going to say 3 shantis and Om, peace, peace, peace. Inhale to begin. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Rub your palms. Make the movement a little faster, generating prana between your hands, and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest. Bow your heads. Namaste. Give yourselves a clap. Well done.